Easy does it, Mr. Fisher. Try not to jog it. The veneer comes off these common market caskets if you so much as look at them.
It's what's inside it, Mr. Shadrach, that I'm trying to protect.
Oh, Mother, I do hope it's not your intention to carp and criticise. I've got quite enough on my plate of a Sunday morning without your interference.
I only want a sup of cold water.
Well, stay stood standing there and don't start fussing me at the sink. Now, what is it?
Can't I have a glass? Must I always have a cup?
Mother, look, I'm busy. I'm trying to mix me Yorkshires. Can't you make do with a cup just this once? It doesn't taste any different. Look at the time. What does that lad think he's doing? Billy, it's gone 12 o'clock. Are you out of bed yet?
Of course I am. I've been up for ages.
Well, you better get yourself down here double quick, lad. If your father comes back from golf and catches you up there, he'll murder you.
12 o'clock. Shall I get up now? Shall I have another 5 minutes? Just one tiny moment, Fisher Jr., supposing Fisher Sr. returns. On a Sunday morning when he's playing golf. Nah, he never gets back before 1:45. I'll have another 5 minutes.
Now then, what's it to be?
The Memoirs of Winston Churchill? Or this week's dandy? Sorry, Sir Winston, but Desperate Dan wins again.
It's all right, Mother. There's nothing to worry about. They haven't come for you.
I don't want to be buried by Shadrach and Duxbury's.
No, it's all right, Mother. Nobody's going to bury you. Geoffrey's been playing golf with Mr. Shadrach, that's all.
Oh, well, when my time comes, I want to be buried by the co-op. Or I shall refuse to go.
You will, Mother, you will.
Anyway, thanks for the game and the lift there and back.
It's only regretted that the saloon is in dry dock. We had to settle for that particular mode of transport.
Oh, it's very comfy. And it's surprising how much respect you get in a hearse. I mean, take that troop of Boy Scouts. Every man jack of them stood to attention, didn't they? Well, now, Mr. Shadrach, shall you come through into the lounge?
Oh, thank you very much.
Oh, hello, Mr. Shadrach. You're back early.
Yes, we are back early. Where is that gormless young hooligan?
Yes, and back in a nice mood by the sound of it. Did you lose again?
No, as a matter of fact, I won. I took a few bob off Mr. Shadrach. No thanks to our Billy. We had to jack it in after 9 holes. Shall you try a pre-luncheon sweet sherry, Mr. Shadrach?
Oh.
I'm not kidding. I'll throttle that bloody lad when I lay hold hands of him.
Oh, Billy, what's he done now?
Well, he's nicked my golf glove for a kick-off.
Billy has, he hasn't. He doesn't like golf. What would he want your golf glove for?
Well, don't ask me. I mean, what does he want with 2 old golf balls, a golf marker, half a dozen golf tees and a mucky sponge, eh? You tell me. I don't try to fathom the workings of that crackpot's mind.
It's wondered what use he finds for coffin handles. I have to stock check twice a day.
He takes my surgical stockings. I've seen him. I've caught him at it.
Well, why, we know why he did that, Mother. He was being a train robber. He was play-acting. He had one round his head and round his neck.
It's a noose he ought to have round his neck, not a surgical bloody stocking. He's like a magpie. Yeah, he's been through my golf bag like a dose of salt. He's ruined my bloody game this morning. Cheers.
Your very, very good health.
And where is he anyway? If he's up in them bedrooms scavenging again, I'll chop his bloody hands off. Hey, do you hear me? I've got a bone to pick with you. Get your idle self down here and keep out of my bedroom drawers. And
Don't you dare go scrounging in that bathroom cabinet. If you want aftershave lotion, you buy your own. And if you're not down these stairs in 10 seconds flat, I'll come out there myself, bloody drag you down.
Do you hear me? Answer, can't you? Or are you dumb as well as daft?
Coming, Father.
Well, hurry up then. We want you down in this living room, double bloody quick.
Aye, aye, Captain Fisher. Double quick it is, sir.
What took you so long?
Who won, Mr. Shadrack? Who won?
Look, never mind who won. What have I told you about nicking things out of my golf bag?
I haven't touched your golf bag. Honest, Dad.
Don't you lie to me.
Be careful with him.
Now, look. Now, listen here, my lad. I know for a certain fact that you have been foraging in my golf bag. I could give you a bloody good hiding, big as you are, but we've got present company to consider.
Oh, not at all, Mr. Fisher. Don't spare me up for what. Carry on regardless.
No, I shall let him off on this one occasion. It is the Lord's Day when all is said and done. Isn't it? Eh? And I know I've skived off holy worship today already, but I do lay claim to being a practicing Christian. You know, turn the other cheek, consider the beam in thine own eye, and all the rest of it. But one more lie from you, any more nicking, and practicing Christian or no practicing Christian, I shall tear you apart, limb from bloody limb. And that is final. Do you understand, Savvy?
Just try and behave yourself a little bit. Goodness me, Billy, you're old enough. I mean, your father doesn't like having to shout at you, you know.
No, I don't. And I don't like having to belt him round his ear hole either. But sometimes it has to be bloody done. But I don't like it. I don't like violence. I am a man of peace. And so, I appeal to you not only as fellow members of the United Nations, but also as fellow members of the Brotherhood of Man, irrespective of class, colour or creed. And I appeal not only to your human goodness, but also to your inherent belief in the simple dignity of man. If you love truth, vote yes. If you love freedom, vote yes. If you love peace, vote yes. And vote with me for Billy Fisher, the only boy, nay, the only man who can bring truth and peace unto the stricken world that we live in. Vote yes.
India votes yes.
Et moi aussi, mes amis, le bel France dit oui.
North Americans, Indian, say yes. White man speaks truth.
England says yes. And this day expects Billy Fisher to do his duty.
Listen to me when I'm talking to you, eh?
Hey, that hurts.
And I meant it to hurt, you gormless young get.
Well, you asked for that, Billy. You pay not the slightest attention when people are talking to you.
You see, you just can't get through to him. He won't listen to you. He goes through drawers. He takes golf balls. He takes golf clubs. He will not do what he's told.
I had to do as I was told. I had no choice. When my father said I had to get married, I had to get married. I was carrying her.
Oh, bloody hellfire, Alice. Can't you shut her up when Mr. Shadrack's here?
He said, Florence, you've had your bit of fun. Now you must pay for it. You were right. I had my bit of fun. But I didn't enjoy it.
Can't it wait, Mother, until another time?
I didn't enjoy it at all. It were under Blackpool Pier. And it were wet sand. Ooh. The tide had just gone out.
She wanders in her own mind, you know, Mr. Shadrack. Hey, you better take that grin off your clock or I'll give you another one.
You will be joining us for a bite of lunch, won't you?
Oh, indubitably, Mrs. Fisher. You're very, very kind. I'd already accepted on the third tee.
Oh, lovely. Well, it'll be quite a big luncheon party. There'll be 6 of us round the table. Billy's fiancé's joining us.
Oh.
Well, if you'll excuse me, it's time I was putting me Yorkshires in.
Well, another sweet sherry, Mr. Shadrack.
Oh, dare I do things?
Oh, why not? It's bloody Sunday. Let's enjoy ourselves, I say.
I didn't enjoy it at all on that wet sand. But I didn't turn my nose up at Ilkley Moor on August Bank holiday.
You see, she lives in a dream world, Mr. Shadrack. They do, don't they, when they get to her age? I think he takes after her. What are you gawping at now, lad?
Well, can't I have a glass of sherry?
No, you can't.
Why not?
Because it'll spoil your lunch, that's why not.
Well, you're having one, aren't you?
Bon appetit.
Oh, bottoms up. And listen, Buggerlugs, just you watch it. You've overstepped the mark already once today. And listen, have you found the key for that cupboard yet?
No, Dad. I've looked for it.
Don't you lie to me. I know you've got it squat somewhere. But I'll have these cupboard doors open one of these fine days, don't you, Fred? You see, he reckons on that cupboard is his.
It is mine. That's where I keep my private things.
It's where you keep all the things that you've nicked. But you just nick one more thing and I'll force that cupboard door. I swear I will. Yeah. Cheers.
Stop.
Water. For pity's sake. Water.
But of course, my friend. Oh, look, are you just going to sit there drooling all day, lad? Look, here. It's a good job I'm feeling generous. Here's 10p. Go down to the off-licence and get yourself a bottle of pop.
Thanks, Dad.
No, thank Mr. Shadrack. I won a few bob off him at golf.
Thanks, Mr. Shadrack.
I just don't know what to bloody make of him.
It's sometimes wondered by myself, Mr. Fisher. Oh, do you imbibe the fatal weed?
Oh, many thanks. Don't look safe. No, save your match. I've got a lighter. It's bloody gone. I will crucify that sticky-fingered young get. Alice! Alice!
What's all the shouting in aid of?
Have you moved my lighter?
Now, why should I move your lighter?
But look, he's got it then. I know he has.
Don't lose your temper, Geoffrey. It might not be him.
Look, it's always him. I specifically put it on here last night, and this morning it has specifically gone. Hey, I bet he's got it in his pocket. Did he have his jacket on when he went out just now?
I don't think he did.
Right. We'll soon find out whether he's got it or not, then. Ah, yes, his jacket's here. Now then, let's have a look. Hey, bloody hell.
Have you found it?
No, but I found something else, look. The key for that sideboard cupboard.
Oh, the little monkey, and he said he'd lost it.
Hey, now we'll find out what he's pinched and what he hasn't pinched.
You're not going to open it, are you, Geoffrey?
Of course I am.
Well, I don't think you should. Those are his private things.
He doesn't own any private things, only things that he's nicked off somebody else.
Yeah, but that still doesn't give you the right to go rummaging about in the lad's private cupboard.
All right, then, I'll put it to the vote. All those in favour of opening the cupboard. Those against? Oh, it's a split vote. All right, then. We'll have a recount. No, we'll go to arbitration. Hey, are you with us? What do you think I should do?
Open the box. Open the box.
Well, I still don't think you got the right to look inside.
And I say I'm opening it right or wrong. It's not only my lighter that's missing. There's 100 bloody things. There'll be no harm done if we find out, and he won't know we've been in.
Well, it's dishonest.
It was dishonest of him to say that he'd lost this key, but he did.
Oh, well, he got mixed up about that. You know what he's like with keys. He's lost his front door key twice.
He lost the office key last Wednesday, and I had a funeral on. I had Mrs. Bickersdyke standing freezing on the street while the remains of her dear departed husband lay unmourned and unattended, locked inside the chapel arrest.
I'm not messing about any longer. I am opening up. And if I do find my lighter, he goes straight to bed with a thick ear and no Sunday bloody dinner.
Well, we none of us look as if we're getting any Sunday bloody dinner. And that's swearing. Oh, and look at the time, and I still haven't got my Yorkshire puddings in, Geoffrey.
Never mind your Yorkshire puddings.
Oh, it's all right. You say never mind your Yorkshire puddings. You can't say never mind your Yorkshire puddings. It's Sunday dinner time, and we've got company.
Oh, don't disturb yourself on my account, Mrs. Fisher. Oh, no, I'm just as eager as anybody else to discover the significance of that locked door.
I know what's at the back of your mind, Mr. Shadrack. Coffin handles.
It's more than missing coffin handles that I'm concerned with, Mr. Fisher. It's an urn containing the ashes of a certain Emily Dickinson that walked one morning out to the Chapel of Rest and disappeared without a trace.
Oh, my godfathers, Geoffrey, look, leave it locked shut. Let sleeping dogs lie.
Oh, that settles it. I'm opening up. Hey, do you know, it's just like Joanna bloody Southcott's box. Anything might turn up.
And if you come across a blue elastic silk garter, it's mine.
Can't she keep quiet for one bloody minute?
Well, it really isn't mine. I borrowed it from Emily Braithwaite.
What's she rambling on about now?
I wore it on the day I married Jack. Something borrowed, something blue.
Can't something be done about her?
It was a lovely wedding. Let me me see, what was that song we were singing? What was it called?
Here comes the bride, she means.
Making whoopee, that was it. Another bride, another groom, making whoopee. Aye, and we did make whoopee. Jack snapped the elastic off my garter. Ooh, he was eager.
Will you shut her up?
Just ignore her, Geoffrey. I do. It's the best way. Oh, hey, up, there's our Billy back again.
Oh, bloody hell, I give up, I really do.
No, you're all right. It's Barbara. You see, another one for lunch, and I still haven't got my Yorkshire puddings in. Look, don't open that before I get back.
Oh, good morning, Mrs. Fisher. I'm not late, am I?
Well, you would have been, love, but you're early now as things turn out.
Hello. Was anything wrong?
Has anything gone missing of late at your house?
No, I don't think so. Oh, wait a minute, though. My mother lost a two-piece suit at the cleaners.
Well, tell her not to worry. It'll be in here. Now, look, stand back, everybody. The hour has come.
Well, I still wonder whether we have the right.
Well, of course we've got the right. It's our bloody sideboard, isn't it?
Yes, and it's Billy's private cupboard. And besides, I'm worried what we might find inside.
Oh, come now, Mrs. Fisher. I mean, when all's said and done, it's only a cupboard door. It's not Pandora's box by any manner of mean.
Come again, Pandora's ooze.
Why, Pandora's box, Mr. Fisher, which, when opened, was discovered to contain all the ills of the world.
Oh, I don't know about that, but anyway, look, here goes. Are you right? Yeah. Oh, have you ever seen such a bloody mess in all your life?
Me?
Yeah. What's all these envelopes supposed to be?
I recognise these. These are a batch of 100 circulars I signed personally and individually for dispatch to the heads of old folks' homes.
Oh, aye.
But what are they doing here? I mean, why weren't they posted weeks ago?
Perhaps he forgot.
Did the Anna's like forget? Look, I tell you why they're not posted, Mr. Shadrach. There is no stamp on them. He spent the bloody postage money.
Oh, he wouldn't do that, surely to goodness.
Hey, he's done it, hasn't he?
He'll answer to me if that is so.
Well, of course it's so. 100 threepenny stamps, £3. I doubt we'll ever see the little swine again. He's emigrated with it. Hey, he has an all. Look, travel brochures.
Oh, I think they belong to me, Mr. Fisher. I wonder how Billy got hold of them.
Well, he's nicked them like everything else he gets hold of. They're yours? What? Holidays in the Greek islands? Honeymoon in Honolulu?
I sent away for them specially some time ago. You know, in case your Billy made his mind up suddenly and we managed a spring wedding. It was about the time Princess Anne married her Captain Mark.
And what have I told him about the kind of books he brings into this house? Bloody filth and pornography.
Oh, what is it, Mr. Fisher?
Oh. Hey, it's bloody obscenity, that's all. Oh, downright disgusting. Do you know, it's every bloody page you like. Yeah. Oh, no, dear God, no. Nobody behaves like that, do they? Hey? Oh, well, this is going straight in the dustbin, this is.
Well, what is the the title of that volume, Mr. Fisher?
Confessions of a Victorian chambermaid.
What's he doing with my book in his cupboard? I haven't finished that.
It's not her book, surely to God.
Yes, I think it is, Geoffrey.
You what? You mean you knew that she read muck like this? Well, how the hummer did she get hold of it? That's what beats me.
She borrowed it from me.
She what?
Well, I mean, it was lent to me in the first place, you see, by Miss Culliford at the Church Institute.
If I don't send the vice squad round to that Church Institute, and you've got the cheek to stand there and tell me that you have read this and all?
Well, it's a very well-known book, Geoffrey.
Oh, I bet it is. Hey, do you know, I never knew that you were like this, Alice. Well, I tell you, you live and learn with people, don't you, by hell?
Well, I mean, I only read it for a joke. I mean, everybody's reading it. They're making it into a film.
Yes, and no wonder the local picture house is closing down. I mean, there is filth and obscenity happening on every page.
I know, it happens 3 times on page 97.
Isn't this a golf club membership card, Mr. Fisher?
Oh, the thieving little swine. I'll chop his hands off. Wonder how long he's had that.
It's yours. A handicap of 14. You never told me you were a handicap of 14. You told me you were 23.
Oh, I think you misunderstood me, Mr. Shadrach.
I did nothing of the kind. I remember quite distinctly. This morning on the first tee, you told me you were 23.
No, I said 14.
And you had the gall to take 10p a hole from me. You're a cheat.
Don't you call me a cheat.
Well, you are a cheat.
Well, at least I don't write round to old people's homes begging burial jobs whilst folks is still alive and kicking.
Well, there's nothing wrong with that. It's normal funereal business practice.
Well, I must say it sounds a bit underhand to me, Mr. Shadrach.
Underhand, madam. It's not nearly as underhand as reading pornographic literature in secret.
Oh, I don't know how you could do it, Mrs. Fisher. I couldn't.
I know you couldn't, lass. You live in a bloody dream world, you do. Honeymooning on a bloody Lulu. You'll be lucky if you get to Bradford when you marry that sackless article.
Well, at least I only pretend to myself. I don't tell lies to other people about a golf handicap I haven't got.
Now, listen, if I do cheat, I only do it to my personal friends. I don't do it like him, doing other dirty on total strangers.
Whatever I do in the open and above board.
I don't see how you can say that, Mr. Shadrach.
Well, at least I'm honest with myself, young woman. I don't prattle on about totally non-existent honeymoons.
Barbara, stop that! And Geoffrey, Mr. Shadrach, we're none of us know better than we should be. All pots calling the kettles black. We all ought to be ashamed of ourselves. Now there, that's our Billy back again. Now, if you take my advice, you put everything back as you found it. I said we should have let sleeping dogs lie. Now, quickly, Geoffrey, before I get the lad in.
Hey, a pair of surgical bloody stockings.
My surgical stockings. I knew that little monkey had pinched them.
Hey, his Yorkshire pudding's great, man. Do you make it different this week?
I think it got left to stand a bit longer than usual.
Oh, well, it's fantastic. What's up, Dad?
I've lost my bloody appetite.
Well, it's not like you, Dad. You usually wolf back a pile of Yorkshire pudding. Ma'am?
No, not for me. You don't feel much like eating it when you've had it to cook.
Mr. Shadrach?
I've gone off the whole idea of food somehow. Suddenly.
Barbara, come on. Well, I don't know what's up with you all. You must have guilty consciences or something. Hey, by the way, Dad, I found your lighter last night. Needed a new flint, so I took it down the shop and got it mended.
There are times, son, when I think I bloody judge you. Here, have my Yorkshire pudding.
And
And